What's up, guys? It's Thrill Destination. I haven't recorded a video in a while of like recording in the present. I've posted my visit pics from a lot of the parks I've gone to just as a pic collage. But this is the first new material since 2019 that I've filmed. And I've been promising, if you ever knew my old channel, it was a decent channel called Eastern Coaster Rider. I would always talk, hey, I'm releasing my top 10 soon, I'm releasing my top 10. I would say it and I'd promise it, and I wouldn't even reveal any of my rankings because of that. But I released the top 10 back in February 2019, and now it's February of 2021, so we'll get into this. Alrighty, so my first ranking of this list, coming in at number 10, is Skyrush at Hershey Park. And my Skyrush reaction is actually on this channel already. Go down and see it. That was from July of 2019. Absolutely ridiculous ride. It's an intimate hyper coaster. The drop, very good. Back row and front row, pretty even. You got sustained airtime, just crazy bank turns that are awesome. Kind of feel like you're going to die, but in a good way. Like you don't actually, you know you're not going to die because it's a very safe, expensive ride. And if you live in Pennsylvania and you're a coaster enthusiast, you've got to ride Skyrush because it is one of the best roller coasters in the world. Okay, so coming in at the number 9 spot on this list is Twisted Colossus, the RMC at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Not many people from the East Coast have had the opportunity to ride this, and so that's why I feel very fortunate that I was able to go to California back in 2019. Only a month after I filmed my first ever top 10 video, and let me just say, it was easily top 10. And obviously, I've ridden more rides since then, but the airtime, so strong, so strong. Long ride, you get to go through both sides. It has 2 drops. That's how good this ride is. The drop is normally some of the best parts of some rides. You get 2 drops on this. The Top Gun stall is my favorite inversion ever. Unless the other one, my second favorite, which actually it may be my favorite now that I think about, is the Tatsu pretzel loop. Nothing is as ridiculous as that. But huge. There's a camelback that's ridiculous on Twisted Colossus. The high 5 elements, everything is unbelievable, and it even duels. So that's awesome. Okay, guys. So coming in at number 8 is Outlaw Run at Silver Dollar City. And I rode this year, 2020, which technically was last year, but the year that just happened. And there's a lot of things I can say about this ride. It is an RMC wooden coaster. By far one of the best wooden coasters there is. So it's got airtime. It's got ridiculous inversions. It's got the best drop out of the RMCs I've ridden, and it's got some of the best pacing in the world. And so you may ask, that sounds like maybe a top 3 coaster. Well, it probably would be even higher if it was a bit longer, but it's still absolutely ridiculous. It packs one of the biggest punches out of any RMCs, and there's not much else like Outlaw Run. Number 7 is a very, very, very dementing ride, X2 at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Second ride at Six Flags Magic Mountain on this list, so you guys are starting to get the sense that Six Flags Magic Mountain is absolutely unbelievable. In my opinion, it's the best roller coaster lineup in the world. That's a slightly unpopular opinion. It is ridiculous. X2, rotating seats. It's a 4D aero coaster. Best coaster by aero by far in the world. The drop, it's my second favorite drop on any ride, and I'll get to the first later, but it is wild. It's just insane. There's not much to say because it doesn't really have airtime. Kind of does on this one moment, and it has crazy inversions, and it's just the most insane ride I've ridden. All right, guys, this might be the moment you've all been waiting for. Number 6 is Steel Vengeance at Cedar Point, and I'm not going to apologize because it's awesome. I'm not one of the guys that think it's absolutely terrible. Some people are like, oh, it's so bad, it's not even an elite RMC. It absolutely is. It's one of the best RMCs out there. Drop is very fun. Very fun airtime. It's strong, not too strong, but strong. It's kind of drawn out a little bit, But the length is what completely makes up for this. Awesome airtime, some fun inversions. Night rides are fun. Once it gets rolling, it's very, very fast paced, and it's one of the best roller coasters. It is one of the best roller coasters in the world, but unpopular opinion, it is not number one or even that close. Number 5 on my top 10 coasters list is Fury 325 at Carowinds. This is hands down the best B&M roller coaster ever made, and it's not even close. It's really the only one that's like ultra elite, so to speak, or I don't really know what words you want to use, but it's the only one that's like a contender for the actual best roller coaster. It's literally a contender to be one of the best steel roller coasters on the planet. Long ride, crazy good pacing. The speed is ridiculous. Restraints are awesome. Great drop. Very good, strong airtime for a B&M. So smooth. Some fun elements. Full speed till the end. Best roller coaster in the Carolinas. All right, guys. Coming in at the number 4 spot is the mighty Intimidator 305 at King's Dominion. And if you're an enthusiast and you've never been to this amazing Cedar Fair park, something's wrong with you. You got to get out here. Like, I don't actually mean that. I'm just joking. But if you're ever passing through Virginia for any reason and you have any time, you've got to go to this park and ride the most intense roller coaster that I've ridden in terms of just straight up force. It's ridiculous. You just go. So you got your drop, amazing intimate machine, good fun drop. Then you go through what is the best part of the ride, the first turn. It is mind blowing how intense this thing is. You lose all consciousness for sometimes, and you lose your vision, which just makes your head like you just lose your mind kind of a little bit, and then you get back, and then you're going through these crazy whippy elements, some ejector in there before some like twist. You go up, twist, pacing, ridiculous, awesome, fast, crazy ride. Intimidator 305, thumbs up from everybody that I know that's ridden that. Okay, coming in at the number 3 spot is the RMC wooden coaster, the best RMC in the U.S. operating. I'm very confident on that. Lightning Rod at Dollywood. So obviously we haven't seen Iron Gwazi yet, so kind of like take that statement with a grain of salt. But ridiculous. I mean ridiculous. I've ridden every single form of Lightning Rod, which I don't think many people have that to say. I've ridden it with the original trains and the original launch. I've ridden it with the weird trains with no front car, and I've ridden it with the weird trains with the front car, and it's always amazing. Drop, very good fun drop. Launch, so fun to get launched up the hill. Wave turn, oh my, so good. Sustained airtime. Twisted shouts, those things are just ridiculous. Sideways airtime, way better than the Outer Bank on the Steel Vengeance. And then you got the quad down. It's just, you're flying out of your seat so hard. Crazy, insane ejector airtime. Pacing, ridiculous. Like Outlaw runs pacing. You could say the same for Lightning Rod. And there's not many coasters out there that's better than this thing. Go down to Tennessee, you won't regret it. Taking the silver medal, the number 2 roller coaster that I've ridden is the Voyage at Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana. This is a massive gravity group wooden coaster. It looks like a massive hypercoaster, honestly, just in wooden form. So first you start out with some massive camelbacks. Those are fun. You kind of just lift up out of your seat. I would say they're more on the floater side, as well as the great drop before that. Awesome drop, so underrated. You just can see the whole town on that lift hill in the water park and the whole amusement park. The great 2 camelbacks, and then after you exit the camelbacks, you go into a tunnel and you just start rapid fire turns and ejector airtime. And then you turn around, go to the mid course, and then you do the best element on the ride, the triple down. Ridiculous. You're just popping up out of your seat. And then the second half, you are flying. I think you're flying faster than the first half. It's more airtime based for a while. You're just You're just popping up, going into a turn, then you're in like a twister section. It is so long. The wood and steel vengeance, but just way more intense. Ridiculous ride. Best traditional wooden coaster on the planet, hands down. And I'm very confident in that statement. And taking the gold medal, the platinum medal, first place, whatever you want to call it, the #1 coaster I've ridden is El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. And I know I said Voyage is the best traditional wooden coaster I've ever ridden, but this is not traditional. This thing is more of a steel coaster. It's like an RMC on steroids. It literally is. There's no coaster with better elements than El Toro. So you go down the first drop. Best drop I've ever ridden. And you remember when I recalled X2's drop, this is even better. This thing is insane. You can't even, words don't describe El Toro, especially the drop. Then you go on those 2 camelbacks. I never knew there was camelbacks that could be that strong of airtime. You feel like you're just flying into the moon, just straight up. You actually feels like you're kind of riding a bull type of thing. Those 2 are maybe my favorite elements on any coaster. You kind of go to the midsection. You're kind of just moving around very fast and intense, very intense. And then you hit the strongest moment of airtime on Earth, the rolling thunder hill. That is one of my favorite elements on a roller coaster as well, and as well as El Toro's drop. Then you enter the twister section, kind of similar to Intimidator 305's twister sections. Unbelievable. I can't even describe El Toro in the least. Six Flags Great Adventure, amazing park. El Toro pushes it over the top. And then they got an RMC coming too, Jersey Devil. But El Toro, absolutely crazy. Best roller coaster I've ridden. Wouldn't be surprised if it's the best roller coaster I'll ever ride. Okay, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed. First time you're really seeing my face since I was 2 summers, or not last summer, but the summer before, was where I recorded most of this content. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Leave your opinions below. Roast me if you want. Talk trash. I don't even care. Leave your opinion. What surprised you? What was obvious? And what made you mad? So anything. But just again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next video.